What's up, YouTube? Una here to bring you another video, and today I've got an event I am super duper excited for. We've got the BB8 event. I haven't gone in and tested anything or anything like that, but I'm very excited for him for Resistance because I think he's going to be really, really important both for the raids as well as territory battles. I hate that I have to use R2 in Phase 6, so I'm very excited to see if BB8 can take R2's place for Resistance, and then I can use R2 for like WIGs or other teams that could potentially use him. So I will probably keep him low gear to do some more low gear testing here with my Gear 8 and Gear 9 units. And I'm very excited also because I was just absolutely prepared for this. I knew the movies would be dropping some new characters and stuff like that, so I went ahead and got everyone to 7 stars for this moment. And I would recommend, if you haven't started Resistance, that you need to for that purpose alone. As for this part, I don't think you need. I don't think you have to have BB8. I think it's because I am such a heavy Resistance user that it's kind of a must-have for me. And as for droids, as you guys know, I started out with droids, so I'm very excited to test him out with droids as well. I think this is going to be overkill. I've got a Zeta on Phasma, I got a Zeta on Kylo, I got a Zeta on First Order Stormtrooper, TIE Pilot not yet, and I've got First Order, and they're all Gear 11 max, so I don't think I even really need to run Phasma lead, and that takes out all the synergy of this team. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I love how they add these little cutscenes to these events and stuff like that. Even if it's as simple as him just kind of running in like that. They found me. Us. They found us. Oh, and they added a little bit of character, I feel like, to the names too. That's kind of interesting. So if you're wondering why Kylo Retribution attacked there, it's because of the First Order Stormtrooper. Since I have the Zeta on him, when he attacks with his basics or retaliates, he'll call in some assists, which is really, really cool. So, okay, obviously, these first few tiers are not going to be hard, and I'm suspecting I could do this all the way out even without Phasma's leadership. I can't do minimal testing for you guys. Normally, I love to say, hey, what's, some lower level things to do? Still play smart. I know some people do stupid things. Oh, look what I got away with. That's not really me. That's not really my channel. I am definitely a play smart, don't play hard guy. You know what I mean? If you can get away with an auto, if you can do that, I'm going to share those things. I'm not trying to brag with this is the lowest level you could do, or do something silly where you only go in with 2 units or 3 units. I think that's fine to illustrate a point, but I mean that's not really owning a strategy, So that's why my channel exists. If you guys didn't notice, is I don't try and do the lowest key things, like my Gear 8. Gear 7, 9B resistance things. That was really to help people that were trying to get through that and couldn't. So just a little bit background as to why I kind of do those things. I'm not trying to do it without Phasma just because I'm oh, I think, I'm so high power or whatever. It's because I literally have these guys all Gear Max, and I know they don't tune these for Gear Max, so I can't run this with Gear 8, Gear 10 units and stuff. So. But even if you don't have these units and you're running Phasma lead, I suspect you'll be able to do it with Gear 8, Gear 9. That's what you've traditionally had to do with good mods. I mean, all the legendary events have been tuned roughly to that. This is the first one to be dropped where we have Gear 12 available. So maybe we're going to start seeing more Gear 9 as kind of the standard for how we get these characters. I don't know. So it's kind of the same cutscene each time. So did they just do the same cutscene and then throw in different dialogue? Yeah, I guess. I like that first one though. They found me. I mean, us. Very, very true to the movie. You know what I mean? Finn was just always kind of the jokester and stuff like that. So good job on their part. I wonder, does CG do the writing and it gets approved by Disney? What level of involvement Disney has with the characters and what they say and not, because I mean Disney is super into controlling. What were even the rewards? Am I getting cash? Okay, I just want to make sure I'm getting cash to upgrade this guy, because Disney is super into controlling things. When it comes to licenses, when it even comes to the tags of are they resistance, are they not resistance? I think Disney. I think I read somewhere a developer even said that I'm not saying they always weigh in, but they do have a weigh in as to what what they're allowed to do or not do, which I think is just really, really interesting. So far this is what, 6, and this is just a mollywop. This isn't even close, and I'm destroying them because I'm not even getting the assists except for the Zeta technically for First Order Stormtrooper that you would under a Phasma lead. So So they're all highly potent. I know the only thing that I think might be tricky is the Han and the Chewbacca. They both have like 50% health steal. Oh, well, he didn't seem to have a health steal there. At least the characters do when you have them. So maybe they don't have the health steal here. I don't know. I thought that might be the one tricky part of, like, could you kill them fast enough, and would you have to use Kylo's basic to stop the healing or something like that? Like give me some form of a strategy with the First Order, because it's mostly just pure damage for them, so they can't do any debuff controls. It's really just Kylo's healing immunity, and those two have high healing. I would think that would be at least the one strategy element. Mr. Big Deal. Oh, that's one of my favorite quotes from that movie. Alright, Big Deal. Okay, so I guess let's see what happens here. They're a little bit tankier, and unfortunately, I can't turn off Kylo Zeta, right? Like, if he does his outrage, he's going to do his outrage. But at least in auto, he's going to do mostly, well, whatever, the AOE. So at least he wouldn't regenerate health. So we'll see what this does. Seems like I'm getting the business this time. Rey with her big stick kicking some butt. Honestly, if I were playing, I wouldn't probably be targeting BB8 first. I guess because I wonder if Finn's like their leader or whatever. I wouldn't even been paying attention. Okay, so there's an expose. Let's see if he gets hit. Who gets turn meter? Oh, well, he's not getting it. That happened too fast for me to see. Well, I started to get the business, and then it seems like the team kind of came back. So, all right, super excited here to get BB8. And I'm sorry, I don't know what the minimums are. That seemed like a little bit of work there, but I don't even think First Order Storm the troops, like, their mods matter. I think for like, kind of like Phasma to get them up and going. But once they're going, sharing that turn meter, it's really kind of more about critical damage. There's a little bit of speed involved, but they're not as speed hungry, I feel like, as some other factions. So there you go. That was my BB8 adventure. I know I've got all these units to gear 11, not max anymore, but as a result, I knew I'd just be. I assumed I'd mollywop this, and that was without the Phasma lead, which is really where a lot of their energy comes from. So good luck with this event for you guys. I think in the future, what you're going to see me do is I'm going to be really playing around with BB8. I think I'll get him to gear 8, gear 9. I'm not sure which one I'll get. Well, we'll see how far I get him right now. How about that? I'm not sure how far I'll take him because Resistance works just fine at Gear 8, and I am working on my Phoenix and Rogue One squads, so there's really not too much of a need to like rush to get this guy up and going, in my opinion, versus Resistance in general. Alright, so, well, that would kind of clean me out, wouldn't it? Let's go to 80-ish. There we go, because I want to have some money for gear and stuff like that. I'd hate to bring him all up to 85 and then I can't even afford applying the gear that he needs. Let's see how far we get. Okay, I guess this is where we're going to stop for now, 7. I want to get him to at least 8, so probably over the next day or so, and particularly as I'm testing him, I'll probably get him to 8, maybe 9. And then I'll kind of stop around there just to kind of share what a low gear BB-8 is going to do, because I think he's going to change the game for Resistance. He's change the game. He's going to be a huge help for, I think, Territory Battles hat. I think there's no question. I think a lot of people were saying like, oh, you won't get his what's it called, the Illuminated Destiny off. But if you look at this, it says when another ally uses a special ability, they gain secret intel, right? Then the cooldown Illuminated Destiny. So that's going to be passed around like mad. Like, I don't know. I think Illuminated Destiny is going to be really easy to get off, particularly even on offense. It's not going to be a game changer, but I just don't see what's going to be so hard about getting that up and going. But I don't know. We'll see, guys. So that was my adventure. It's definitely Gear 11 smashed it even without the need of the Phasma lead and stuff like that. So I don't know what else to tell you. I was kind of over-prepared for the event, but super excited to see what this is going. And if you want to find out more about what low-level gear he works at and kind of how he works, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and make sure you get those updates. So with that, guys, good luck with your farming. I'm gonna keep working on this, and I'm gonna get you some intel, secret intel soon. All right, guys, Una out.